the objective!
What is going on, guys? My name is Styles and welcome to Goodbye Black Ops commentary. Now this is the last Black Ops commentary I'm going to do probably ever. Maybe I'll go back and play it for, you know, to mix things up maybe next year, but probably gonna be the last ever Black Ops commentary of the year. So people seem to be hung up on all the bad things about this game, but people don't really talk about the good things too much, and this game had a lot of good things to reflect on, and it was probably one of the better Call of Duties to last, to be honest, because I can remember being very frustrated with Modern Warfare 2 and it became unplayable. Now this game has never been unplayable. You know, there's always, you know, you could always jump in lobbies and have fun, but with Modern Warfare 2 everyone was one-man army tubing, so I think you gotta give it to this game about that. You know, there's nothing that made it completely unplayable, and you know, so another example of, you know, a great feature of this game was the fact that there was absolutely no hacks, and you know, there's probably some prestige hacks, some very minor, you know, not very many people at all, but have you ever, you know, been in a game on console and there's been, you know, people with mod menu, people with God mode, people flying around? You know, there's been none of that as far as I'm aware, and you gotta give it to Treyarch. They put out a clean game hack wise with really advanced security, so I'm gonna give it to Treyarch because I guarantee you loads of people have tried on this game. Loads of people have tried and failed at hacking it, and you know, furthermore, there is another feature, a wager match. Wager match is awesome. I mean, I don't think there's anyone that can deny the fact that wager match is a good idea. All 4 of those game modes were awesome. You know, there are ways of playing it in private match now. They added, and yeah, that game it's so fun. You know, sharpshooter. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, gun game, whereas it might not be an original idea, it's still awesome to include it in a, you know, a console Call of Duty game, and that's something that people don't really reflect on that much. I mean, COD points people can view as good and bad. Personally, I did like them. I wouldn't want to keep them for every game, but it was certainly a thing to mix it up, and you can compare with your friends how many COD points you have. You have to manage your money of what you're gonna buy. Oh, I need to play a few games of wager match to get more COD points so I can buy this. I mean, you have to manage it well, and I did like that feature. That was quite clever. I mean, I preferred it at the start when it was new, but now it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of frustrating, but you still got to class it as a great feature to this game, and kudos to Treyarch for, you know, some original ideas that they included. I mean, the kill streaks also, I mean, I don't really hear anyone complaining about the kill streaks. In Modern Warfare 2, people were complaining all the time about them being, you know, madly overpowered. The Harriers, the AC-130s, the nukes, the everything seemed horrendously overpowered, but in this game, you know, things aren't too bad. I mean, the dogs aren't too bad, and if you know what you're doing, you could probably survive a whole wave of dogs. The chopper gunner was really easy to take down, as was the gunship, and you know, that was never too bad. Finally, another thing, glitches. Now, I don't want to be this whole commentary to be ripping on what Modern Warfare 2 didn't do and what this game did do, but it's a blatant fact that Modern Warfare 2 had some insanely game-breaking glitches that they either didn't patch or took a long while to patch. For instance, you know, the care package glitch on Modern Warfare 2, that lasted months. That and the Javelin glitch, that was just insane. But on Black Ops, there was actually a care package glitch at really in the early stages, and they patched it before it even outbroke. I mean, I didn't even know about it. I'd never seen it. I'd never knew about it. I never used it, and they'd patched it, and that's awesome. I mean, they've also patched, you know, out the map glitches. There was actually a way to get out of Nuketown, which again I hadn't seen or heard about, and they've already patched it. And that's, you know, a successful game company if you can patch something you don't even know about, and well, the public doesn't even know about. So Treyarch has definitely pointed things in the right direction. The game received, you know, obviously a record amount of sales, but then again it breaks its record amount of sales every year, and you know, they have the full right to be making the next Call of Duty. You know, obviously there's no word on the title, perhaps Black Ops 2, I don't know, but yeah, this game's got a lot of things. You know, again, another reason, the guns kind of had recoil. Now, for the most part they were balanced, but at the same time, the FAMAS is definitely the dominant assault rifle, and the 74U is definitely the dominant SMG. But then again, you know, every gun can't be balanced, otherwise it would just be pointless having different guns. You know, each gun had a different, you know, I guess the M16 and the G11 were great for long range, and the FAMAS and the AUG were great for up close. The AK and the Commando had high power. You know, the guns were kind of useful in certain situations, but at the same time pretty balanced, and I like that. I mean, obviously you could argue whenever is the Mac 11 or the Uzi, you know, better than any other gun, and that, I mean, you got to give them that. Perhaps them two guns were a little bit, you know, unbalanced, weren't really fair, but overall my conclusion of this game, of the year it's been out, the year I've played it, people gave it a lot of shit, and I think for some reason people, and I'm guilty of this as well, don't get me wrong, we just need to find something to bitch at the game for, because, you know, the better we get at the game, the more frustrated we get at the little things. For instance, not getting the best KD, dying to some bullshit. Now, this is not a perfect game. You know, I don't want to get that impression across that I'm just, you know, oh, the game's almost over, let's just suck up to it. This is not a perfect game. It has some really bad shit, and actually just got knifed by a ghost bitch, and that proves things. I mean, Ghost is a stupid perk, you know, and I know Modern Warfare 3 has Assassin, but Ghost is still a stupid perk, and it's not that it's overpowered, it's just overused, and they needed to put some, you know, equivalently amazing perks in perk slot 1 to balance out Ghost so that, you know, tons of kids wouldn't use it. And obviously the YouTube community as a whole is against Ghost, so I think the people that watch videos were against Ghost and weren't using it, but more of the worse players that are like a little bit, you know, they could hold their own, they were using it, which, you know, allowed them to get the better hand of people and also slowing down the game. You know, there are some negatives to this game. The RC car, I mean, that's just, no, I don't like that at all. That's just fucking terrible. But as a whole, it's a successful year, and I really look forward to making video content for Modern Warfare 3. If you guys are too, then please subscribe and hit the like button too. Maybe leave me a comment, I love reading them, and peace guys, see you on Modern Warfare 3.